Welcome to another episode of our live stream, My Journey to the Trinity. My name's Hussein. Happy to be with you. Happy you could be with me. And we have a couple things that we want to talk about tonight. I wanted to continue our Aisha theme. So I just want to show just show um, one characteristic of Aisha that she's not afraid to talk about is how jealous she was. She was very jealous. And Muhammad gave her ample reason to be jealous because of the way he treated her, the way he treated other women. And so she was very open about how jealous she was. Oh, uh, hello, Tiger. God bless you. Yeah, I'm not wearing the Kirk t shirt today. So, yeah, I thought I'd give it a rest today and maybe tomorrow I'll wear it. So, yes, this, by the way, is from my wife. So thank you to my beautiful wife for this sign. I really like this sign. Let me just say one thing about Jesus Saves. One thing I remember is when I was a Muslim. Um, when I was a Muslim, I saw on like somebody had spray painted onto a hotel wall the words Jesus saves. And I used to wonder about that. What does that mean? What does he save from? What does that mean that Jesus saves? And so it was a phrase that really had a lot of, I believe God really used to draw me to the Lord. So I'm very happy to have my new set. And so, we can make it, it's I can make it brighter and I can make it darker. Let me show you. Let me see if I can do this right. See. Too bright. Okay. Then this, you see, you can make it brighter. You can make it darker. So yeah, there's my new gadget, my new set. So, all right. Before we get into Aisha, I wanted to. I had an opportunity when I went to the mosque today. You don't like it anymore? uh, um, Thanks, Tiger. I went witnessing, and right before I was going to leave, there was a girl and her boyfriend who came up to me. She's a Muslim. He's supposedly a Christian who went to the mosque with her today, I think. And apparently they are planning to, I guess they're planning to get married. I don't know. She's a Muslim. He's supposedly a Christian. And so apparently she went to church with him and he went to mosque with her. And on their way out, they met me and I got a chance to talk to them. It took me a while to figure out what was going on. But this girl, apparently she says she's a Hafiz. She's memorized the Quran and the Hadith and she knows, but I don't know. I'm not sure I'm buying it. I don't know how much she knows. And what's amazing to me is what Muslims think about their own book. I mean, what they think about Muhammad, what Muhammad taught in the Hadith and in the Quran. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the video. It's mostly talking to her. He didn't talk a lot. Mostly it was her. She was the one doing the talking, and she wanted to talk, and he, I kind of feel like he's feeling. I hope he is feeling reluctant to pursue Islam. I told them several times, don't deny the Son of God. He said, I won't. So let's hope he stays faithful to that, and that he won't deny the Lord Jesus. So, and not just the Lord Jesus, it's the Son of God, because Muslims don't believe he's the Son of God. And so to be a Muslim, you have to deny the Son of God, deny that Jesus is the Son of God. So that's why I always tell them, don't deny the Son of God. So anyway, but let's listen a little bit to this encounter. And she's very articulate, very smart. And so, okay, let me go ahead and make this bigger here. Okay.
Quran, the same Quran, but people came from different parts from different.
But you know, Quran 43:17 says, talking about the angels. Yeah. It says.
Okay, this is where we were talking about the fact that there was a long discussion that happened before this. The problem is I did not record the other part, so this is the only part that I have. And right now we're talking about the fact that there are different Qur'ans. Okay.
It says in the Hafs version about the angels. Okay, but let me just tell you, the Hafs version says about the angels, "Hum عند ربنا, hum عند الرحمن, hum عند الرحمن." But if you look at the Warsh version, it says, "Hum عباد الرحمن." Right. You see, so one of them says he's with, one says they are slaves. So which one is on the Luh al-Mahfuz? Which one's the preserved one?
So,
they're different.
No, sir, that's actually not true.
Okay, and I told her, and I've showed it here many times. I've showed here many times the way that these are two different. Hello, Basit Khan, welcome. I've shown many times here how that the Quran, the differences between the Hafs and the Warsh. And let me just show you, this is one of the big differences right here. The word ind, which means with, and the word abad, which means slaves. If you look in the Hafs Quran, it says about the angels, here's the verse. It says, وَجَعَلُوا الْمَلَائِكَةِ الَّذِينَ, and he made the angels that they are slaves of the merciful. However, if you look at the Warsh version, the dot is, instead of being like this, abad, slaves, the dot, this big dot that you see down here is on top. Well, that changes it from a B to an N. And when it's changed from a B to an N, it becomes the word with. Okay? But when you put the dot underneath, it becomes slaves. And so this is a big difference between the Hafs and the Warsh. And so that's what we're talking about right now, just so you know. Okay. Okay.
And it's a very easy mistake because one of them you put the dot on top and it's عند الرحمن. And one of them you put the dot under, عباد. You just put the dot underneath from noon to bait, right?
Okay, that's a very
so they're different Qur'ans. I just want to say there's different Qur'ans. There is. I can tell you 37 different Arabic Qur'ans. And like if you go to Libya, they have one called the Al-Qalun. Al-Qalun is different from the.
Okay, now Libya has its own Quran. It's called the Qalun. I don't know that it's used anywhere else.
The Hafs, which is what you have in Egypt.
No, sir. I actually wasn't even in Egypt.
Okay.
I was born and raised Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
So she was born and raised in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia also accepted the Hafs version.
But,
so
sir,
both of them are Hafs Qur'ans.
If you read the version in Saudi Arabia in the mosque of Prophet Muhammad, sir, it's not the Hafs. It's not the Hafs, sir.
Well, the one that Saudi Arabia has the most accepted is the Hafs. No, but sir. Then the Warsh is also in Morocco.
We can Google it right now.
In Algeria, they won't allow the Hafs, right?
Oh my God, of course not.
No, because they accept the Warsh.
No, I'm saying of course not what you
Because they're different. Because they're different.
Sir, what you're saying is not right.
Okay.
it is what she was doing. She talked. I believe she's completely convinced that she's right. That there's only one Quran. Okay, but it's not true. So,
Well, I read them. I saw with my eyes. They're different.
That's the book said. Like you can literally prove it with the book. It's what the book said. It's literally the way you say it. It's just the way you read it.
she's trying to say how that even though that all these differences don't mean anything, the Quran is the same. It's eternal. Da da da. But I was very happy that her boyfriend was there to listen, and I wanted him to hear, because I kind of feel like I was there for him more than for her. But either way, I hope they'll come to the Lord. So.
And I read them. I read the difference between them. They are not the same, And I know I was a Muslim. They told me that the Christians changed the gospel, the Jews changed the Torah, but nobody can change the Quran. But then I saw these different Qurans, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, how many Qurans are there?
I really have so much respect for you because I respect them.
You're saying how Muslims have so much respect for Christians.
Message you're spreading, but with full respect, what you're saying, this is actually not accurate.
It is accurate.
It's actually not
accurate. Please do research it, and not just from Muslim sources. Read what it really says. Buy them.
Sir,
buy the Hafs and buy the Warsh, and look at the differences between them.
Hafs and Warsh are the way you read Quran.
They're different, okay, but they are different, okay.
No, sir, it's just the way you read it. Some people have.
He's saying no, they're the same. It's just it's about how you read it. No, because that's one thing they say when they're talking about the different qira'at. Qira'at's different from the ahruf. Ahruf, Muhammad has seven modes of the Quran, and those supposedly disappeared. And there's even a hadith where it says that Uthman burned 6 of them and only left 1 of them. But what Muslims have today is not ahruf. It's not the modes. It is the qira'at, which are the recitations. And so they say, no, they're identical except for the way you recite, as if you're pronouncing the words differently. But that's not true. They are different. And there's thousands of differences between these Qur'ans. I believe it's, I can't remember exactly, but I remember DCCI did research and found like 90,000 differences between like the Hafs, Warsh, Susi, Dudi, Kalun, Bezi, there's so many different ones.
But with different meanings. Words with different. Ind and the abad are not the same word. Ind means with. Abad means slaves. And in the Quran,
entirety of Quran, when you read about angels, they're just the angels of God. And those are the angels of God. They are by the throne of God, worshiping God because they are the slave of God. Just read it from any verse in the Quran. These angels you're talking about.
I want to ask Basit Khan, are you a Muslim, Basit? Are you a Muslim? Because if you're a Muslim, we'll welcome you to come on, and we'd love to have a discussion with you. And so, if Basit is here, and Basit is a Muslim, I don't know who Basit is, but with a name like Khan, I expect that it's probably Muslim. If you are Muslim and you would like to come on, here's the link, and we welcome you. Please leave the link for the Muslims. Thank you, guys. So.
They carry Allah. They carry Allah.
Okay, now she kind of went off topic a little bit, and she was talking about angels. And she said that the angels, and the Quran says this, carry the throne of Allah. Well, I asked her, so if they are carrying the throne of Allah, and there's a verse in the Quran that says that Allah sat on the throne, that means they're carrying Allah. They're not just carrying a chair. They're carrying Allah. There's 8 of these angels, and they're supposedly carrying Allah because they're carrying the throne.
But is Allah on the throne?
We do not know much about that, but we believe this is the throne of the
Istawa on an arch, so he's laying down on the throne, right?
Here's the thing. There's different explanation for
So
istawa.
angels are actually carrying Allah, because if they're carrying the throne and he's on it, that
But
means
this
they're carrying Allah, right?
But this is the thing. This is the thing about, that's what I want to say about the explanation of the word istawa. They said istawa, it means like a whole bed. And also, he meant istawa, he's sitting on it. It means istawa.
Either
means
way,
he
he's on it.
projected, but this is the thing, he projected himself to it, right? So, just going back to the angel, the two things he said, anda and
عند
abda.
عباد.
Yes,
عند
they,
عباد.
yes, they are referring.
And it's just that one put a dot on top, it became عين. You know the word, right? It's like
And
عين.
then abda.
You put the N on top, the dot on top, it becomes عين. Oh,
Ma'a.
مع.
It's
Okay.
with,
Okay.
and you know what's in?
What?
At.
Okay.
At.
Okay. Either way, it's still
You know, I just
here. Now,
Just out of
I
knowledge.
wanted you guys to see this. Okay.
There are two different American methods of reciting Quran, sir. It's not Muslim. Yeah, it's not Muslim.
I know, but I'm not talking about the reciting. I'm talking about the writing.
We said that's what hearts and words are.
Art,
Hearts, words is just the way you recite Quran.
but it's not. It's also how you write the
No,
Quran.
sir, that's not
What do
right.
you mean? You're not going to write it with a pen and say عند
Sir, it's the same word.
عند عباد are the same word.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, I'm not going to continue playing this, but I just wanted to show you a little bit. And I want to ask you to pray for that, or pray for her, but pray for him, because I think he's in a very dangerous situation, you know, because if you cannot marry a Muslim girl as a Christian. It's one thing for a Muslim man; he can marry a Christian woman. You know, like my dad did that. He's Muslim and he married a Christian woman. Okay, that was allowed. Of course, he pretended to become a Christian. He didn't, but he pretended to. But for a Muslim woman to marry a Christian man cannot be done, which means he must be planning to convert. I hope not. I hope not. So anyway, I really believe the Lord had me there for him more than anything, so that he would not make the mistake of going through with this marriage, not knowing the trap that he's putting his foot in. So do keep him in your prayers, you guys, because this could be a trap from Satan for his life. So, all right. Well, we talked about a lot of different topics, and so at the end, you know, I just said, you know, because we were there for a long time, and so I really hope that the boyfriend will repent and not go through with this marriage. One of the state cultural law allows interreligious marriage. Are you saying one of the Islamic? Is there Islamic law that allows, for instance, a Muslim woman to marry a Christian man? Is that permissible in Islam? I'm wondering if that's what you're saying. I know the secular laws, of course, permit it, but I don't know about the the religious laws, if there's any possibility of a Muslim woman marrying a Christian man, or does the Christian man have to, first of all, accept Islam? Then he can marry a Muslim. I had another friend whose son fell in love with a Muslim girl, and eventually he changed his name to a Muslim name. I hope he did not become a Muslim, but I don't know. Yeah, so it's a dangerous thing for a Christian man to fall in love with a Muslim woman. It could be very dangerous if he's planning to marry her, because the laws of Islam could really possibly force him to become a Muslim. and deceive him along the way about Islam, deceive him about their intentions with him until it's too late. And his foot is in the trap. So that law doesn't need conversion, but the rest of the country requires conversion before that. Okay. All right. Well, keep them in your prayers, you guys, because this could really be a messy situation. So, all right. Well, I just want to look really quickly. I'm not going to be too long tonight. I just want to look real quickly at a topic that I've talked about this before, and that is about the Aisha. You know, for some reason, I feel very bad for Aisha. I feel like she got a really raw deal. I feel like she, she suffered more than almost anybody. And the way Muhammad abused her, the way her father abused her. I mean, talk about someone who was just like a punching bag. Muhammad one time hit her in the chest and she said it caused her pain. Another time, her father, Abu Bakr, came and slapped her in the face. And you go, dude, I wonder, I mean, these are the times that are recorded. I wonder how many times it happened when it wasn't recorded. So, but another problem that Aisha had, hello, Gavin, God bless you. Another problem that Aisha had is that she was very jealous. She was very jealous of Muhammad and his relations to other women, and there were plenty of them, and so she was very jealous. And so I just want to look at some of the hadiths that talk about how jealous she was. And keep in mind, she was a little girl, 9 years old, when he took her into his house. Okay, and she was still playing with dolls because she was prepubescent, even though she had already consummated the marriage with him when she was 9. So let's just look at a couple of these hadiths about her jealousy. Okay, now this one, and this you can find it in many versions. It's a Sahih hadith, and it's Aisha said, "I was not jealous of any wife of the Prophet as I was jealous of Khadijah. And it was not because I saw her. It was only because the messenger mentioned her so much. And because whenever he would slaughter a sheep, he would look for Khadijah's friends to gift them some of it." So Muhammad was still very committed to Khadijah. Apparently he talked about her. Apparently he knew her relatives and treated her relatives well. And so Aisha was a little bit jealous of the way Muhammad talked about Khadijah. Okay, so all right, let's look at this next one. Okay, Aisha said that once when Muhammad went out during the night, she was jealous regarding him. So maybe she was afraid that he was going to go sleep with some of his other wives, or so. All right. And when he came and saw what she was doing, he said, "What's the matter with you, Aisha? Are you jealous?" She replied, "Why should one like me not be jealous regarding one like you?" He said, "The devil has come to you." She asked, "Messenger, have I a devil?" He told her that she had. And when she had asked him whether he had one, he replied, "Yes, but Allah help me against him so that I be made safe." And the reality is what it says is he converted that devil to Islam. So that devil became a Muslim. And so he only told Muhammad to do good things. Okay, that's what Muhammad said. So anyway, there again, Aisha's jealousy. Muhammad went out at night. She followed him. Okay, and then he went and stood in front of a hole in the ground and lifted his hands. And I don't know, was he praying or what? But then they started coming back, and she could feel that he was like hot on her trail as she was headed back to her house. And then she pretended that she had been asleep. And Muhammad knew, and I think this may be the place where he hit her in the chest. Okay. So Aisha was jealous, you guys. And just imagine, imagine being that 9-year-old girl, having already consummated the marriage with this 54-year-old man, and being sold off by her parents to Muhammad. So there's a lot of issues there, and you really feel sorry for her. Okay, you really feel sorry for her because she was a little girl, 6 years old when he married her, 9 years old when he did the deed with her. Okay, so whenever I read these things, I'm a little bit sad for her because it's obvious she wasn't very healthy emotionally, and what's the reason? It's because of what Muhammad did to her. Okay, all right, let's see another hadith here. It was narrated by Salama that she brought some food in a dish of hers to Muhammad and his companions. Then Aisha came, wrapped up in a garment, with a stone pestle, and broke the dish. The Prophet gathered the broken pieces and said, "Eat. Your mother got jealous twice." Then the messenger took the dish of Aisha and sent it to Salama, and he gave the dish of Salama to Aisha. Okay, so here again, she was jealous of Salama, all the attention she's getting, and the extra credit she's going to get for making them food. Okay, and so she broke the plate. Kids say the darndest thing, and she was just a little kid when this was going on. So, all right, let's get number 4. Okay. It was narrated by Aisha. I used to feel jealous of those women who offered themselves in marriage to Muhammad. And I said, would a free woman offer herself? Then Allah, the Mighty and Sublime, revealed, you can postpone whom you will of them, and you may receive whom you will. I said, by Allah, I see that your Lord is quick to respond to your wishes. Okay, so again, she was jealous. She says it herself. I was jealous of those women who offered themselves to Muhammad in marriage. It's not in marriage, it's for sex. And she felt jealous of them. You would think, with all that Muhammad did to her, the way he ruined her life, that he would try to make amends or try to make things right with her. After all, true, she was just a little girl, but she was his wife. And but he didn't. He didn't have any mercy. So that's kind of where she is. Very frustrated, unhappy in her marriage. Okay, let's see this one. Okay. Allah's apostle was fond of honey and sweet edible things, and it was his habit, after finishing the Asr, that's the afternoon prayer, he would visit his wives and stay with one of them at a time. Once he went to Hafsa, daughter of Omar, and stayed with her more than usual. I got jealous. Again, this is Aisha talking. I got jealous and asked the reason for that. I was told that the lady of her folk had given her a skin filled with honey as a present, and she made a syrup from it and gave it to Muhammad. Okay, so the issue of the honey, the smell of the honey, okay, and so this made Aisha jealous. Okay, I got jealous and asked the reason for that because he was late. Okay, she got jealous. Okay, let's look at did I look at this already? Yeah. Okay, let's look at this one here. Did I look at this one already? Okay. Okay, against him. So, all right. All right. Well, this is here is the last one I want to show. Oh, wait a second. How about this one? Did I show you this one here? Okay. Yes, I read you that one. Okay. Here's another one. It says Aisha said that once when Muhammad went out, she was jealous. Okay. Yeah, I read that one. Okay. Let me just look at this one more time here. All right. Here's this one then. It says Aisha reported that when Muhammad set out on a journey, he used to cast lots among his wives to see which one of his wives would go with him on this journey. Once the lot came out in my favor, this is Aisha talking, and that of Hafsa. They, Hafsa and Aisha, together went along with him. And Allah's messenger used to travel on camel when it was night, along with Aisha, and talked with her. Hafsa said to Aisha, "Would you like to ride upon my camel tonight and allow me to ride on your camel? And we could see what you do not generally see. And I would see what I do not see generally." Aisha said, "Yes." So Aisha rode upon the camel of Hafsa, and Hafsa rode on the camel of Aisha. And Allah's messenger, okay, Hafsa and rode upon came near to the camel of Aisha, whereas Hafsa had been riding over that. Okay, so he came to the camel of Aisha, but Hafsa was riding Aisha's camel. He greeted her and rode with her until the sun came down, until they came down. Aisha thus missed the company of the Holy Prophet. And when they sat down, Aisha felt jealous. She put her foot in the grass and said, "Oh Allah, let the scorpion sting me and the serpent bite me. And as for thy messenger is concerned, I cannot say anything about him." So, I mean, she was jealous that Muhammad was spending time with Hafsa instead of her. And so she put her foot in the grass and said, "Oh Allah, let the scorpion bite me." So very jealous, but Muhammad put her in that position with all the abuse she endured at his hand. Okay. And then for him to marry all these women and make them all feel jealous of each other. Okay. That's what Muhammad did. Okay. Very strange situation there, but it's a reality of polygamy. You know, if you ever talk to women when they are one of the wives, and if they're honest, they will tell you about how much jealousy and anger and hatred there is between wives. It's not a natural situation. Okay, Jesus said that from the beginning it was not so. God made them man and wife. Okay, and that was his intention, that it remained that way. Okay. All right, you guys. Well, I just wanted to show you that. I wanted to show you some of the hadiths about Aisha's jealousy. And okay, I was going to show you. Oh, I was going to show you a video because of my new this. I want to show you a video that I did that is related to this. And let's see. This song I actually wrote. I actually wrote this song when Billy Graham died. I wrote this song when Billy Graham died, and I sang it in honor of him. Okay. And so this is a song, and it's called Gospel Mission. Okay, let me see if I can find it here real quick. All right, just give me a second here to find it. And I bet you know that whenever there's a gospel mission, you will find this sign. Okay, I don't find it here. Let me see if I can find it here. I wonder if I don't have it. It is possible that I don't have it, but let me look real hard here before I say I don't have it, just because I think I might be able to find it. Every time I do this, I get to see some of my old programs and I get to get ideas for tomorrow's live stream. Okay, let's see if I see it here. Okay. Okay, sorry, it's taking a moment here. It's hard when you got such high-tech friends because it kind of forces you to have to become a little bit of a techie. And my brain just doesn't catch up to that. And so I'm always a few hours behind the rest. So God forbid, I don't want it to be that way, but just saying that's the way it's been. So all right. You know what? I'm not seeing it, and so I don't know if I want to keep you guys here until I find it. Maybe I could show it to you tomorrow if I don't have it here, if I can't find it. So I not take you away from what you were watching. So we'll go ahead and call it a night here. Unfortunately, I'm very tired, and I'm beginning to feel it in my bones. So let's see, where are we here? Okay. Let's see, am I on the right page here? You know, I may be on the wrong page. All right. I'm having a hard time here finding it, you guys. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do this tomorrow. And let's just go ahead and maybe call it a night here. I'm a little bit tired. And oh, you know what? They'll show it live. Of course not. Of course CNN won't. You know, I think CNN is going to do a special bemoaning the fact that Jimmy Kimmel's program was canceled. So, yeah, they have different priorities. So, all right, you guys. Well, it's only been 40 minutes, but I think I'm going to call it the night for tonight. Thank you for being here to enjoy my new setting. God bless you. And if you haven't done it, please do it now. Jesus, help me. Jesus, forgive me. Jesus, come into my heart. Jesus, help me. Jesus, forgive me. Jesus, come into my heart. يسوع ساعدني. يسوع سامحني. يسوع ادخل قلبي. We love you, but much, much more importantly, He loves you. Have a great night. Thanks.
If you have ever wondered why dull apologists lie so much, it's because on a rare occasion that they tell the truth, this happens.
One of the reasons I accepted Islam was the scientific miracles. I'll be honest with you. And now we know that this whole scientific miracles was absolute nonsense.
You're going to have to repeat that.
Now we know that this whole
that the standard narrative has holes in it. That's what I'm going to say.